So Joyful Women Organization began its operations in 2009. We actually launched it on the 30th of August of 2009 under a tree with a few women. We were just about 20 women, and we talked about the concept of table banking, and we have seen this organization grow from the 20 women to almost over 70,000 women. It dates back to 1997. I was in the rural areas doing some work, and I met a group of about 60 women. As usual, the African woman would just sit on the grass, and so they sat there, and I was talking to them. But I noticed that there was this one woman that was very happy. She looked very excited just to listen to a small girl. But what I noticed about this woman was that she didn't have shoes. So I couldn't put the two together, the happiness and having no shoes. In terms of business, most of these women are actually in agri-business. That is turning agriculture into an economic activity, so that we are not just doing agriculture just for what we eat, for the food that we give our families, but at least being able to sell this food to the market. We also have a few that are in tenders, government tenders. When the Jubilee administration came in 2013, they set aside 30% tenders for women, youth, and persons living with disabilities. So at Joyful Women Organization, we crisscrossed the country to go train the women on ACPO. So many of them were able to register companies, women that didn't even know what it meant to have a company. So they registered companies, and many of them have been able to get business from either national government or from the county governments, and they have made money. We also have women that are in the cross-border business, where they export their business to the country across, especially in Busia and in Namanga and in the other borders. We had a training with the Timea, Trademark East Africa, and we were able to train our women on cross-border business, and we have women that are able to export. We also have women that are just in the cities or in the towns, just doing the normal business of selling clothes and just selling their wares, mtumba, that kind of thing. So we have all these categories of women, because in table banking, we encourage the women to be able to do business, because when you borrow the money, we don't borrow money to go buy clothes or to go pay school fees or to go do those kind of luxurious things. But we tell you, go do business so that you are able to bring this money back to the table when you are repaying your loans. Yes, so in Kenya and in East Africa, we call it chamas. And it has been there for many, many years. I think even pre-independence, it has always been there. And it's mainly women, so they just come together. And what many women have done before is what we would call a merry-go-round, where they come together, maybe 12 women, 20 women, and they usually come just the women from the neighborhood, because it also has a lot of social aspects. So they give each other money. So in merry-go-round, it's practically merry-go-round, where today we give the member number one. This month, all of us collect our money and give, and we keep going until we go round. And the women, during the merry-go-round times, they used the money for different things, to improve their homes, to just small things like just buying cups, because you know that you're getting visitors, and as women, we want to have good cups for our visitors or have good seats and that kind of thing. But now what we can say is that table banking is a hybrid of the merry-go-round, because in table banking, we don't go round, but instead we all accumulate our money, bring it together to the table, and then we borrow depending on our shares. We believe that sometimes you may have the will to do something, but if you don't have the knowledge to do that thing, it can be a little bit difficult, and especially dealing with money. So we've been able to go around the country to the tables to capacity build the women on issues finance, just financial literacy, to say that as a woman, don't just work. Are you able to put down the monies that you're receiving? Are you able to come up with a balance sheet? What are your profits? What are your expenditures? Are you paying yourself a salary? Because we just work sometimes, and we don't even think like you can pay yourself a salary, maybe because we live in the rural setting and we are able to get food and we have a home. So we've capacity build our women on the financial literacy, to tell them that you need to also know at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, or at the end of the month, whether you're actually making profit, because you could just be running and just doing things, but you are not even making any profit. And we've continued also to capacity build them on even other things. We've even sometimes touched on health, because we also realize that the health of a woman is very important, because if I don't have my health right today, I will not be able to do that table banking. So we've encouraged women to do medical checkups, to go to hospital, to get insurance, and because we don't want the day you get sick, you start using the money that is on the table, your business money, to treat yourself. So it is just information. At one time we had a tagline that we said empowering women through information. So we said we want to give the women all the kind of information they need, and then they can choose what to do with that information. What drives me is my belief in women. And I think for me, growing up in the rural areas really helped me, because I saw my own mother that didn't go to school. She was illiterate, but she made us. I am what I am today because of my mother, who never went to school. And so I thought that there are many women in the rural areas that nobody may hold their hand, yet these women can do exploits. So when God gave me the opportunity to be where I am, because sometimes we're in positions, but we don't use the opportunity that God has given us. So I said, I will fold my sleeves, I will put on batangoma and go to the villages and hold the hands of these women, because I know that there's great things that can come out of women. We have representation in 39 of our counties, and what I mean by representation is like a physical office. So we have offices in 39 of our counties, and the other places maybe we just have representation. We have our head office in Nairobi, and we have a toll-free line where the women can call. For the next generation of women, we believe in mentoring them, especially us that are already in the table banking and us that have already been there. These are our children, these are our daughters-in-laws. So what we do at Joyful Women, we've encouraged the older women to adapt the younger women. And what we tell them is, as a mother, when I'm in a table banking group, I should also encourage the young girls to start their own table banking. So it is not just a generation of older women, but we are seeing generations that are even younger joining the table banking. I even have my girls just at the age of 21, and they are in a table banking group, because we cannot be ignorant of the fact that the average age group now is about 20. And so we don't want to leave these girls. So we are encouraging them to do table banking. Yeah, but we also know that they may not do the kind of table banking that we are doing, where we are meeting, we have a lot of papers. So at Joyful Women Organization, we are in the process of digitizing, so that these girls can enjoy the table banking. They don't have to physically meet, but they can transact from their comfort together with their friends to someone. And also to join a table banking group, because table banking can be done by anyone. And by them coming to do table banking, they're able to understand and they're able to mentor. And in mentorship, it could be even in mentoring these members of table banking, like in financial literacy, in even just how to handle their money and many other things. So I just want to appeal to them to become mentors to this table banking group. Joyful Women Organization wants to go beyond the borders of Kenya. We want to cross Kenya and go to East Africa and go to Africa, because it's about spreading the joy. So this joy of Joyful Women is contagious. So we want to take it to the uttermost parts of Africa. As Joyful Women Organization, we encourage you to choose to challenge. Happy International Women's Day 2021.